Hey everybody, Leah LaCrue, the Fearless Talkologist here. Just wanted to touch base with you. I've had a few more people ask me about the boot camp that's coming up on February 20th and 21st. I am so excited about offering this program live online. A couple things I wanted to share with you really quick about it, just to answer a couple of questions. Many people out there are asking because they want to know what's in it for them, because they think, and they're coming at this from a point of view that if they have a book, they're going to be rich, because they associate rich people who just happen to be authors. And I want you to understand something right from the beginning. Nothing could be further than the truth. Secret number 3, I gave you 2 secrets in the last video. I've got a couple in this one that I want to share with you today. Do you know that the average author only ever sells 200 copies for the lifetime of their book? And this actually, 200 copies is a phenomenal number. Do you also understand that most people don't know this, to become a bestseller on Amazon? I'm not even talking the New York Times, okay? But just on Amazon, you need to sell an average of 250 copies per day in a number of weeks over a steady period. Now, the average person, here comes this number again, the average person has about 250 people in their circle of contacts or their circle of influence. So unless, as an author, or a business person for that matter, unless you learn how to launch and market your book, you would have to sell every single person that you know, or even like just slightly acquainted with, just to sell those 200 copies. Now, this is exactly the reason why most authors are not successful. The money is never in the book sales, okay? It's never in the book sales. It's in all of the other things that come from the book, which is what you discover, as I mentioned in the last video, through the outlining strategy. That's where the money is, that's where the business is, and that's where the power is. It's not about the book itself. So again, being the person who loves patterns, systems, and strategies, you noticed I just said the law of 250, or the number 250, 200, 250, a couple of times. Using the law of 250, which is what I'm going to explain in a second, which is basically that every person has 250 people in their contacts, is the key to a successful market plan and book launch. Welcome to strategy number 4. So another secret, did you understand, and do you know, now most authors, beginning authors, do not know this. Actually, some other authors that go solely self-publishing and don't do all the research don't necessarily know this either. But the average traditional publishing company won't even review a manuscript that's received unless it comes with a detailed and well thought out marketing plan for the book. Now, unfortunately, most people think if they get signed with a traditional publishing company or they have an agent that, you know what, they're going to be marketed, they're going to sell their books, and they're become a superstar. Unfortunately, that's not the case. Whether you are self-publishing, you're traditional publishing, you're going, an alternative publishing route, whatever you want to do, you have to learn how to market. You have to know how to launch. Now, I didn't do this or teach that part in a number, the first few years that I was teaching this live, this program, Author in a Weekend, or Instant Author Revamped was actually what the program was called. Now I incorporate it in everything because I want you to be successful. It's based, and here's what you need to adopt. Speaking of mindsets, okay? If you help enough people get what they want, you will get what you want, from the amazing man himself, Zig Ziglar. This is the mentality and the place that you have to come from. And that is exactly what will make you successful in marketing your book and your business if you learn how to do this. Secret number 5, my first book was made an Amazon bestseller because I had a strategy, and I used that law of 250 to my advantage. And I leveraged it to create a collaborative marketing plan. Now, these are all, I know you're hearing me saying leverage and all this terminology, but I was very, very particular on who I chose to help me market, who I chose to help me provide bonuses. Very strategic, that they were always a win-win-win. And you hear people say, you can make things work if it's a win-win. You got to give the people that are working with you collaboratively something really good for them. It's a triple win when you're talking about products and books and all of this stuff. People forget. They say, okay, you have to know the benefits and you have to provide that. That's a part of it. But it has to be a win for you, it has to be a win for the person who's helping you, and for the reader or your client or whoever's getting your product. So that's the mentality that you have to come through, and this is just one of the things that I teach in the next part. So there's a couple of things for you to ponder today. If you're still interested or you want to find out some more, you've got some more questions, please go ahead and send them to me. As you're sending them to me, I am putting these little webinars together to answer the questions. We're getting close to D-Day, so if you're not registered, go to the place. The links are on the screen. You can get your tickets and part of the program at authorinawekendbootcamp.eventbrite.com. And if you have any more questions or you want me to cover something else, send it to lealacrew2@gmail.com. Thanks, guys. Hope you have a great day, and I'll see you on the other side.